Hi, my name is Donald Lang. I'm the founder of Larkwood, Australia. I made my first piece when I was 8 or 9, not too sure of the exact date. Birthday card stand for Jewish newsagents in London in approximately early 50s. So that makes me making furniture for well over 60 years. If you class a birthday card stand as a piece of furniture.
Did you have any sort of training?
My father had a very small workshop and he let me run free in it. He never taught me anything, but he let me run free and all his lathes and cutters and everything, and I learned a lot there. Lonely child, so I got absorbed in it and I liked it. I really like carving wood too, and I taught myself how to do that. I did have some formal training in Ebury Technical School in Westminster. 4 years. You didn't even know that. No, I had 4 years training in carpentry and woodwork, and I always came top of the class. And it was a craft thing. We had to make the drawings, make the joints and everything. We never actually made anything, but we made pieces and things like that.
When did you first start Bothwell?
I started Bothwell 34 years ago. I think it was 88. And timber and carpentry was something I could do naturally, and I started that. I found a place called Japara, which was in the Lonely Planet book. So I rolled up there in a bedjack. Not exactly rolling up in fanfare. And I bought a container of furniture. And then I went back to Australia and I sold it rather quickly. And those customers stayed with me for 30 years. I had 3 customers, Newstead's, Bobbers, Dawson's, and the French customer too. And we stayed for a long time together, at least 25 years. And then we progressed into developments, which was hotels and resorts. That was very slowly. And 12 years ago, I think it was because of the recession or something, the world recession, we got asked to do a resort in Maldives. And since then, 12 years ago, we've done 39, I'm told. I don't know the number. We've done 39 resorts.
Where?
Only one in Indonesia, which we're still doing. The rest was in South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, Maldives, Mauritius, and those islands, Zanzibar, Ceylon, Hawaii. I forget the rest of them.
What part of woodworking do you find most exciting?
Design, actually trying to work out how it can be made commercially, successfully, and the end result. And sometimes it can take years. I spent 4 years trying to develop something.
How long did it take you to develop the French modernist?
I started on that because Paris asked me for it 25 years ago. Asian something or other he was called, Jean-Pierre Fayol. Very good designer, very good designer. He was Paris-based, and he asked me to make the chair, and I wouldn't make it because I wasn't sure that I could make that and it would stay together. We never had the wood then, and we never had the glues, and I never was competent enough to make it. But it's only the last 5 or 6 years I've got the confidence to make it, and I ended up making it. I made all the original moulds and everything, and it was quite successful. And now we've gone into laminating in quite a big way now, quite successfully too.
design inspiration for your pieces, and what kept you motivated in making them?
Mainly what was asked of us. Very little came out of just doing it. I've done a few because I wanted to do them. I've done an original Chippingdale. Some unknown reason the piece ended up in Melbourne, and it was an original. There was only one of them. They wanted $13,500 for it, and they kept it between two glasses, so you couldn't photograph it. But I went in and copied it by memory and then wrote it down. Got very, very close to the original chopping. I still have one of them today. Commercially, it was never very successful, but the achievement was something. One of the toughest ones I'd done was Green and Green of Los Angeles, famous architects. And they also done their own furniture. And one of our most successful ones is the Pasadena, and a few other designs. Most of their buildings are under trust now. I think all of them are under trust in America. And that one chair took me 3.5, 4 years to achieve, get it successful.
What has kept you motivated throughout the years?
Probably an ego problems. They said I couldn't do it. It certainly wasn't financial. Got a bit of fucking Spanish in me, you know, if you can't do it, you can't. He's not English, by the way. You know, so he might be white, but he's not English.
And through the feedback you have received, what do you take out of it?
Feedback. I do get a kick out of being somebody appreciating what I've done. It's like what I'm sitting on. I probably designed 99% of it off of an old Indian English campaign chair, where the origins were Chinese anyway. So I've done that one from this one. It's been reasonably successful. I'm not that in love with it though. Lucky.
How have you got the opportunity to start in resorts?
We had somebody from Singapore, an owner of a public company, was looking for a supplier because they've just started out in resorts, and he invited one of the company to go along to their office because we was exhibiting in Singapore at the time, and that's how we started. We also had a bit of a background by then because we'd done a few hotels and bits and pieces for people, so we had a bit of a background. That's how we started, and I do not know whether 39 is correct, but the office tells me 39. I don't remember 39, it's just a blaze.
What projects are you working on at the moment?
We're working in Bali on a Jumeirah project, which is based in Dubai, and we've been working on it for 4 years, and we came in because they were 8 years behind schedule, and there was very high standards. They call it a 6. I've never done a 6 before. Upper?
6-star.
6-star, yeah. I've never done a 6-star before. And it's quite easy for us. I don't know why, but we managed to do it. And we're still doing it today. They've had a lot of issues putting it together. It's quite a big resort. It's 11.25 hectares on the beach. Jimbaran in Bali. So that's what we're doing. It's the only resort we've ever done in Indonesia.
It's a family-run business.
It's a family-run business. It's family concerned. It started off in 1988, 1999. That's when I married my wife, Liz Donna Riawati, and she gave me 2 children, one Sean Lang and one Abigail Lang. And they both contribute to the business today. And I have a niece, an Indonesian niece called Dina, and we have thing from, what's that thing from the university called? What are they called?
Intern.
We had an intern from Colombia several years ago who we called in, and he's also joined the company. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. His name's Javier, and he's came over here as a student, earned his own way, passed his university degrees, and I sought him out because he was one of the stars of the show. I hate to say that. And we phoned him up one day, and he came next morning, and he never left.
Tell them about how family orientated in the office.
Yeah.
No?
All those arguments we have. I lost it then. Yeah, we started online because of COVID. We all had to move back to Australia in the early 2 years ago in March because everybody was panicking about the COVID. We stayed there for nearly 2 years, and that's when we started online because everything else was shutting down. Been thinking of going online for many, many years, but we never had the time, energy, and things. To start, we started there, a small workshop, warehouse in Melbourne, and Abigail and Javier, through trial and error, I've managed to get it going, and now we're going on to Singapore now, we hope, to expand it in other directions, and we're going back to resorts. We've got our first resort coming back after COVID, which starts at the end of the year. We started Larkwood online because there was a lack of reasonably good quality furniture on the market at a reasonable price, and it was a natural follow-on for doing 5-star resorts, and the reception has been rather good after 1.5 years, and that's where we stand today. So that's become one of the base of the main company of Bothwell.
So tell me about how the Bravo started.
The Bravo, which is the Bravo, was started actually about 30 years ago from Jean Fayel and Jean-Pierre Fayel. He found the original in the rubbish in Paris, and it was actually a brilliant piece of carpentry, which I traced it back to the early 20s in cabinet making. Okay, and this is it. We've sold it right around the world, and we've sold it to Sundance magazine.
You sold it to countries, you said?
Sold it to many, many countries around the world. Sundance put it in their magazine once. I think National Geographic picked it up once. We've since designed this little one. It's a miniature of the thing, of the Bravo. There. Okay.
Okay. Hi, my name is Abigail Lang. I'm the co-founder of Larkwood Furniture. I'm here with my father today, who really started it all. He is the minds behind it all, pretty much. And we started offering retail in Australia after we realized that there was a lack of good quality furniture that was going into people's houses, and we wanted to introduce that 5-star sort of feel into your home, because everyone needs that. Everyone needs long-lasting furniture that lasts forever. I have been quite involved in the design.
Stop.
Yep.
You grew up in a furniture factory.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Been there all your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I pretty much grew up in the furniture factory. Me and my brother used to run around, playing around, all the
Fighting.
fighting and running around, chasing each other in the factory. So I pretty much grew up knowing about it, grew up talking about it, grew up learning it all, really, from the big man. Yeah, so I've been more involved in the design in Australia, and I'm excited to see what we can do next and what we can create in the future. So thank you, and welcome to Larkwood Furniture.
Yay! That was good.